I can't tell you how much like good interview stuff we've lost and like the talking to somebody.
Phone's on silent.
The second time
Yes.
around, it's not the
Mine's
same
always on
amount.
silent.
I know,
Right,
mine's
right,
always
I
on Do
think.
Not Disturb. I never get
That's smart. You said we're recording?
Yeah.
We were recording a couple minutes ago, huh?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another great episode of Granted Radio. I am everybody's friend, Alex Ellisbrew, joined as always by the... I had something for this. Whatever. Emo Aladdin.
Write this stuff down.
I know.
What a sincere intro. Hey, everybody.
And back this week, the International Man of Mystery,
Yes.
Hazem Aladdin's here with us as well.
Thank you for that introduction.
And today we are joined by Abby Rose.
Hi.
Abby, welcome.
Hi, Abby. Nice
So-
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
In case you haven't listened, this is a very hard show where we ask the tough questions. Questions like, where are you from?
So I actually grew up in Santa Ana.
Oh,
here.
local. Cool.
Yeah. So I was here about till I was 11, and then I moved to Anaheim Hills. and that's where I'm currently at now.
Cool.
Oh, but
Yeah.
Orange County.
Orange County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool,
Born and
very
raised.
local.
Yeah.
Were you always performing, even as a kid, before you even played an instrument?
No. I mean, I learned really young to play an instrument.
How
and
old are
then-
you?
I'm 18.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, you're young.
Yeah.
Because you have like 4 albums out, don't you?
No, I only have one.
Oh,
yeah,
only
just
one.
one. Yeah.
Were those singles then? Or
No.
oh,
I don't know.
okay.
No.
What do you mean? Why do you think she had 4? Was it like just
Because I saw on Google Play.
that they're like different artworks on
Yeah,
each
yeah,
one?
yeah.
Maybe you're like on some sort of compilation that you didn't know about.
Oh, maybe.
Time for them to pay up. Yeah, for real. Okay, so you started pretty early.
Yeah, I started playing piano 6, and then I learned to play guitar 7. Yeah, and then I
7.
yeah
Amazing.
yeah, and then I started writing music around 12.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you feel like, were you, some kids had music pushed on them, some actually pursued it. Was it your idea to learn the piano and guitar, or was that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, my dad was constantly playing it. Never forced me, but one day I was just like, I want to play. Like, let me play now.
For you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how did you start singing?
Oh, well, I've always, like, my dad's a pastor, and I've grown up in the church, so, like, we always sing.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Gave me opportunity to learn how to sing my
Yeah.
entire life.
And beautiful melodies too coming out
Thank
of
you.
those types of music. Do you still perform in churches?
No, not recently. I used to lead worship, but not recently.
It's
yeah,
a
like
big
about a year
time
ago.
commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah, it really is.
Early mornings,
Yeah,
long days. Yeah.
So you play guitar, you play piano,
Mm-hmm.
any other instruments?
play a little bass and a little drums.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
And all self-taught?
No, I've been taught by mostly my dad,
Mm-hmm.
and then drums I was taught by a teacher.
Oh,
Cool. Do you have a preferred instrument that you play?
Oh, piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
it goes into music.
Too bad. Did not plan ahead for
We'll have a
this.
piano here by the time we play. We'll just order it off of Postmates. If you enter the code Granted Radio on Postmates.com, after 10% off your first
I'm cutting
order.
this.
Oh, nice.
Do you? So you love performing, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not much of like a performer so much. Like, I'm not too good on stage. Like,
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I don't like to talk into the mic. Like, oh hey, how are you
Oh.
guys doing? I'm not.
But you like performing.
I like playing my music for
Yeah.
people. Yeah, but like, there's a whole other part of performing that I'm
interaction.
just like, yeah, I'm not.
You gotta
Not
soften
good
up
at
your
that.
audience. Yeah. Tell a couple
How's the
jokes.
weather out there?
Do you jam with anybody, or are you just a solo act?
No, I have a few musicians that play with me when I play live. Like at the House of Blues, I had a band with me the last time. Yeah.
Okay. And what's that like typically when you get a band together? You just send them the music and they just show up?
Yeah, I send them the music and I tell them like I don't want it to sound exactly like the album, and they have like a little freedom, and then
Okay.
yeah, and we
Very
show
cool.
up and we play.
Cool. So you've been songwriting for 6 years,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
typically, that's a pretty long time.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
In songwriting years.
Yeah.
It's experience. So how many songs have you written in total?
Ugh, I have no
A lot.
idea. Probably like 60.
Wow.
Wow.
For you.
Yeah.
Really cool.
One of the questions we always ask our guests is, like, what's your songwriting process? Do you come up with the music first, the lyrics first? Do you have any kind of, I don't know, weird process?
It's kind of a mix. I mostly like sometimes I just have to like sit down at the piano and be like, you're gonna write a song today, like you're going to. And then
Oh.
I write one. And then other times it's like I'm just walking around and I come up with this like one cool line. I'm just like, oh, that could be like a total storyline for a song. And then other times I'm sitting at the piano and I get a cool,
Chord progression.
chord
Yeah.
progression. Yeah,
Very
Cool.
Do you prefer to write in minor or in major?
minor.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
What are your songs typically about?
Pretty much anything. I don't know. It's
Baked beans.
yeah, baked beans.
The weather.
I have a few songs on that. Yeah.
I like that. So the last song that you've written, like your most recent one, it doesn't even have to be completed, but what was that process like?
Oh, I think I was actually listening to another song, and I got the words wrong on another song, and I thought it was saying this, but it was saying something
Oh,
completely different.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, but that's still pretty cool, and I
Good.
went and wrote
Cool.
around it. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Pretty clever.
Yeah.
Is it finished? Is it completed?
No,
Yeah.
I still need a couple more verses and a bridge, but yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you said that you play all these instruments. So when you go into the studio, do you also bring in musicians, or do you actually track everything yourself?
No, I bring in musicians.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just makes things a lot faster.
But the bass is so easy to play. I say just do it.
It's the recurring theme
Every time.
about bases.
I feel like you've got like a self-loathing thing. Like every time the bass comes up, you have to talk about how bad that he's a bass player. Let's cover that right
I think
now.
a cat could probably be playing.
Yes.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
a great video.
So have you recorded all 60 songs?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have a bunch of like demos on my phone, and I have a songbook that I have.
Uh-huh.
Very cool.
Lost some of my demos on my phone. But yeah, that's
So how many have you recorded?
just the album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And what was that like? Did you work with a producer?
Yeah, well, there's a studio, Hear No Evil Studio, in Orange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's a really cool guy. And I really wanted like a predominantly like rock album, and he's really good at that. So
Very good.
yeah.
Yeah, they have a good name. Was it a process trying to find your studio, or did you know? right
Yeah,
off the
we
bat?
went to a few studios. A few of them were in garages, and we were just like, no, no thanks.
Yeah.
Garage band.
Yeah.
They serve their purpose. I mean, somebody who's
Yeah.
starting out that are just kind of figuring out how to, because it is a craft to record as opposed to write
Yeah.
and even perform. But once you're ready to record an album, you're right.
Yeah.
Get something a little bit more professional.
How long did it take?
A couple weekends actually.
Not bad.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. That doesn't seem like
were
too
you
much.
Were you part of the process of production?
Yeah.
So you.
Yeah, I had a lot of input. Like if I wanted the drums to sound, deeper rather than, using the snare more and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I could say
Okay.
that. So
Nice.
yeah,
Very good.
but I'm not too hard to please. So
So were you even in the studio when the drums went into record and everything? That was
Yeah.
all during that time. Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
What'd you think of the mixing process?
I wasn't there for the mixing
Okay, he took
process
care of it.
actually. Yeah, yeah.
It is a
'Cause-
process. It's
Uh-huh.
pretty grueling.
Yeah. I don't think I could last.
You know,
My
it's-
ADD would not make it.
Yeah, you need a lot of focus, a lot of
Yeah.
patience. But you were able to get back to him with some feedback and
Oh,
came
yeah.
away with a product you're pretty happy with.
Yeah.
And how's the feedback been so far?
Pretty good. I mean, for me, it's like I can't really take anybody seriously. They're like, "Oh, your album's great." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Like, of course, you'd say that to me to my
Right,
face.
right.
What are you saying when you're listening to it?
You kind of do have to distance yourself though from your own work.
Yeah.
I think I get that. Yeah, for sure.
Well, what are your fans like? Do you know, are they older, younger, male, female?
I really don't know.
Really?
I'm not like too into that because like I don't
Yeah.
know, that might like make my
Stress
head blow
you
up
out.
or something.
Do you communicate with them though? Are you big on social media?
No, I'm really bad at social media. Even my personal social media.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the thing. So it's like ugh,
You're like a hidden treasure. So glad
Oh, she
you
says her
found it.
phone is on Do Not Disturb
constantly.
constantly. So if you want to try and tweet her, she's not going to see it.
Yeah, my tweet notifications are not on, so I have to actually go on Twitter to see anything.
Abby Rose has a show with House of Blues, and don't you dare go, people.
So where do you like to perform?
Huh?
Where do you like to perform?
The House of Blues is really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know. Like I like restaurants, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like I'm always like disturbing the people eating. Like, they just want to eat.
No.
Yes.
Like
I
let them
totally-
eat.
I totally get it. When you play at a place like at the House of Blues, people are there to listen to music.
Yeah.
And it's a totally different vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm out someplace to stuff my mouth and like really fill up, I don't want to listen to anyone else play music. I want to
He's
focus
the guy
on
who
my
shuts
food.
up the musician.
Yeah, hey, like no, I'm trying to eat here.
And the way I think about it, I think it might be like just like a self-reflection because I'm so like that. Like I don't want to hear anything. Rather
He's
than
the one
like,
shutting down musicians.
yeah.
So
Walks
good
up to a
point.
grassy guitar, just bashes it and goes back to her food.
All right, so no restaurants.
No, right. Got it.
Yeah.
Do you have any shows coming up soon?
My dad doesn't tell me till like 2 weeks before, so I
That's not bad.
don't
No,
know.
you can't think about
Yeah.
it. It doesn't steal your head. No, I get it.
Actually, that's kind of a problem. Though. I'm kind of like the opposite. I
Okay.
don't think about it like ever up until like I'm on my way. I'm like, oh, what am I playing? Like,
So this is what you want to do with your life? You want to be a musician, perform?
yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, not so much perform. I want to be like a behind the scenes songwriter.
Okay.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Who would you like to write for?
Like if I could work with like Florence Welch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like she's an incredible writer. Lana Del Rey. I
Lana.
like, yeah. I like her story.
You sound like her too.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
What about a female? I mean, what about a male singer? Who would you write for?
Probably like King Cruel.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Never heard of it.
Just here to nod.
He's king.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of Florence either. But hey, I know who Lana Del Rey
Florence
is.
and the Machine?
No, you've
Oh,
heard
that.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
That's just her real name.
Oh, right.
The machine.
Now I get it. I thought it was like kind of like Hootie and the Blowfish. Or
Yeah.
You do know Hootie and the Blowfish, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Really? Wow.
Hootie's on his own.
Do you
now.
know him?
Wagon Wheel. That's Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish.
I only want to be. Yeah. He was always mumbling. That's
Darius Rucker.
There it is. There it is. I can remember
Yeah, too, in a second.
that. Nailed it.
Do you find yourself getting excited about touring, maybe?
Yeah, I feel like it'd be exciting to tour just because I get to see other places.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just recently went to Nashville for a conference, and that was pretty fun. Just like, it's completely different environment.
What
the
was the
food's
conference
great.
about?
Oh.
I'm sure.
I heard their chicken's fantastic.
Spicy fried chicken.
Yeah.
It was just like an independent artists conference.
I'm sure
and,
it's
like,
huge
tips.
there. That
Yeah.
industry, right?
Yeah.
It's a machine.
Yeah.
A songwriting machine
Yeah.
there.
Well, why don't we hear?
Yeah, let's move
Yeah.
into a performance. That'd
Okay.
be good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No. So this is gonna be another interlude, and it's gonna be on my next album.
Cool.
So it's not out yet. Yeah. It's blue, my favorite color's blue, but I'd hate to see it on you. You're a much brighter you. It's true, my favorite time is you, but I can't
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
So
Yeah.
beautiful.
So that's a new song.
Yeah.
I
Really
love
nice.
how you do the major seventh on your melody. It's
Oh, technical.
perfect. So like, there's the roots, right? So there's
Yes.
So if a song is in G, then you sing the G. G.
Okay, that makes sense.
But she decides.
Makes performing easier.
But what she does is she'll sing a note below the G, so
Oh.
G, while she's playing the G instrumentally, and it's beautiful.
And this is the technical music background you will get if you donate to our Patreon.
We have a Patreon.
Totally kidding.
Free lessons.
Seriously, that was
Yeah,
incredible. That was really
phenomenal.
good.
Now, do you consciously decide that, or do you actually plan that? You say, you know what, I'm not going to sing the root. I'm just going to sing right below it.
No. I just kind of go with what I'm hearing.
Even
you're
better.
feeling.
Even
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously, even better. Beautifully done. Yeah, I love that. Do you also think in harmony too? So when you went in the studio and recorded, did you already have harmony parts in mind?
No, I actually had a friend of mine, Nick Watanowicz. He's like an incredible harmonizer, and he just came in and I was like, come up with harmonies and I'll,
Yeah.
you can sing them, like we can build them. I don't know, but yeah.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, that is some incredible talent you got there.
No, thank you.
So your voice, did you start out? Because you started out with guitar and piano,
Yeah.
but did you start out singing too when you were?
Well, yeah, I
6,
mean,
7?
when you're 6, you still sound like a kid, so
Yeah.
I don't know how much my voice developed back then. But, like, I feel like around 10 is when I really started figuring out, like,
Because you have a beautiful voice.
oh, thank you.
Do you train it too? Do you take lessons for voice lessons?
I took lessons for a little bit, but yeah, I just play and sing, but I usually try to sing, like, harder notes just to kind of keep myself, like, in check, So, like, with the song, I'll be like, it might feel uncomfortable to go there, like, so high, but I'm going to go there anyways because I know eventually I'll be able to sing it,
You'll find it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Repetition helps. So on the guitar, do you ever write on the guitar rather than on piano?
Yeah, I have plenty of songs on guitar, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel that the feel is different?
Yeah, I feel like I go a little bit more rock or folk on
Yeah.
guitar
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's so much
Sweet.
easier to just go there with that than like a jazzy feel.
Totally. So why rock? Were you raised listening to rock?
Yeah, my dad's a huge like classic rock fan. I'm like,
yeah.
So it's always playing in the house.
yeah.
What bands?
He's not as into Pink Floyd, but I'm so into Pink Floyd. Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Cool.
Of course.
Yeah,
Love this
just
guy.
a lot of the big people. Yeah.
Do you have a cover Pink Floyd?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I should though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with Fleetwood Mac.
Cover anyone else, or it's all originals?
I kind of want to do a couple Depeche Mode covers.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who are
Just
they?
because I like
You're not for real, right?
No, of course,
Of course not.
No, seriously, what? No.
He's the kid of the 80s.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. What is this guy?
Top Depeche Mode song.
Personal Jesus.
Yes, of
Good.
course.
All right.
I love
Such a
that song.
cool voice, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a beautiful voice. It's like unique.
The whole vibe is
or maybe
just-
his
very
harmonies
unique.
too. His
Yeah.
harmonies are unique,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
In Your Room, that's a good one. I don't know if you heard that song, but
Live, they're great too.
yeah. I've seen their videos.
So, but Led Zeppelin, Beatles.
I'm not so into Led Zeppelin. I
okay.
feel like
they're
they're
too hard, or he
No.
screams too much.
No, they're just like a little too repetitive with like their music, like their progressions. They're just kind of like
It
pretty
is.
basic.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, the Beatles are amazing.
yeah.
I love the Beatles.
Especially to see their progression,
Yeah.
right, from when they started like a boy band
Totally.
into these
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
like hard rockers.
yeah,
you can hear them
psychedelic
age.
Yeah.
kings, like-
Wow. Yeah.
Well, that's because Paul McCartney was replaced.
Oh no! Oh no!
We're not doing
What
this.
is
Is there
it?
a
Fall.
conspiracy I've never
Fall.
heard?
Yes. Big. Oh, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. They even call him. Even George Harrison called him Fall.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's true, man. Look at the faces. Totally different. Granted, they're older.
But you know what? They were blaming acid because
So,
like
okay,
people's
all right,
faces
We're going
change.
off on a weird
All right,
tangent.
fine.
We need to let's refocus this here.
Oh, that's why you're the host, man. We would have gone into about
Also,
20 minutes.
also the editor. Don't forget. It's all going away.
I love it.
So your music's very deep for being 18. It sounds like you're very mature. You're.
I like to
Your
call it like a little
lyrics.
fake deep.
All right, so you're reaching somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
It's as shallow as deep can get.
So do you write about your experiences?
Oh, no.
No. Okay.
No, I write about like just like a general
Mm-hmm.
situation, and I kind of like come up with like bits and pieces. I'm like, oh, that could work for like a line.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like a novelist,
Right. Yeah, seriously.
but still very creative.
So do you have plans on coming out with new material?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be recording within the next month. So
You are?
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, we're very excited that you've chosen Granted Records for your studio.
So when you say album, do you say is that like 10 songs?
So I usually this last one I had eight
Yeah.
songs and an interlude.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna try and do that again.
I love it.
That's
Are you going to use the same musicians?
No, I'm gonna use like a saxophonist. And
Really?
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have them already picked out and everything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mission, but yeah.
Yeah, because you have to audition,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Well, no,
I
I'm
guess
not.
the other guys you didn't. You said you
Yeah,
just brought
no,
them in.
the other because the producer knew the other guys,
Okay,
and he was like,
alright.
"Yeah, they're
Professional
legit,
musicians.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, studio musicians."
Right.
But I'm not too picky. But if like they come in and they can't pull it off, then I'll be like, "No, well, I just have to like scratch that." But like,
Good for you.
yeah,
Yeah. No, you seem like you're very easy to work with, but you know what you want.
yeah, that's a pretty good way of putting it.
And you do all the harmonies too, you said? Even recording it? Maybe not.
Not like myself, yeah, because I feel like that kind of sounds like a little boring.
Oh.
But yeah, I'll like help fill, so it's not just me, but like a couple other people. Yeah.
So you mentioned your dad being a musician. So
Yeah.
do you guys get to jam together? And play?
No.
I can't
That
deal
funny.
with him. I can't deal with him that much. No, because then he'll be like, "Well, why don't you play this?" And I'm like, "No, but I'm playing this." I'm like, it'll just be a mess.
That's why. So it's happened before. He just put a stop to it.
Yeah, actually. And I'll be trying to write a song, and he'll come up and start playing guitar, and I'm like, "Can you please, like, stop?"
But cool. I mean, music has
Yeah.
always been in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So your mom's not musical?
She plays guitar, yeah.
She does? Okay.
My dad taught her, actually.
No
yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
That's kind of cute, actually.
Yeah.
Acoustic or electric or both?
Acoustic, yeah, just
Acoustic.
acoustic, yeah.
Cool.
Brothers and sisters, they play?
Yeah, all of my siblings play guitar except for my little brother. He plays violin.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Violin. How old is he?
Oh, he's 13. Middle school.
Okay. Yeah.
Orchestra.
Sure.
Hey, that's how we all
I think I
started.
did
Yeah.
that. Actually, the one vivid memory I have about playing violin in junior high was is it resin you put on the bow?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and one of my friends, we like did not want to be there, so we've just covered the bow in as much resin as we could. It was like,
That's
I still
awful.
feel bad about that. What is
Yeah.
that? 20 years ago? It's a long time ago.
So you don't play anymore?
No, I was told I was too good actually, and I had to stop. They're like, you're gonna sell too many albums, and you need to stop. I was like, yeah, fine, all right, that's good.
Out to football.
Yeah, right, and that went very, very well, as everyone knows.
Yes.
Right,
You got a scholarship, didn't you?
yeah, close enough.
So cousin, brother. So
Yeah.
that's why we always ask about family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we understand the pain. Of,
I had to listen to him and learn.
you remember that? I remember that very clearly. Yeah, It was a longer process for me to be somewhat decent, but you just stick to it.
Yeah.
So did your dad teach you guitar?
Yeah.
Okay.
He taught me chords on piano because I was learning piano from a teacher, and he saw that I could only play like these little thingies. He was like, "No, like you're learning chords right now." So he
Good.
taught me how to play chords. And then guitar, I kind of had to beg him to teach me because he was like, "You're not old enough." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like,
Well, the
please.
guitar's probably too big.
But I was determined, and I did it.
7.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So do you still get to practice both? Make sure you're on top.
Yeah, we have a piano at my house, and then we have like a whole bunch of guitars, probably like 10 guitars. So like,
good.
yeah,
Nice.
Plenty
I'm
to go
never
around.
like in need of a guitar.
So what about your brothers and sisters? Do you jam with them?
No, they're not. They're inclined in other areas. Like my
Right.
little sister, she's like amazing at art, and she's just like really good at that. Like she plays guitar, but she likes art more.
Yeah.
So
Right, she doesn't have the bug.
yeah.
Well, we'd love to hear more.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do the interlude.
Cool.
Oh. I guess you're my forever, my beginning and my end. Why do I feel so in debt to you? Gave myself a bruise. Gave you one, two, and oh, I'm too close. I'm too close to you. I guess you're my forever, my beginning and my end. I'm so close to you. Gave myself a bruise. In the meantime, gave you one, two, and oh, I'm too close. I'm too close to you.
Unbelievable.
Oh!
Amazing.
What a voice.
Can't believe it.
Wow.
Yeah, so that album is yours. When you're like, because I was like shocked in the beginning. When you're like, wait, what albums? So I thought I was listening to someone else. But no, it's not. So you're phenomenal.
So your song Nightingale, tell us about it.
Nightingale.
What a voice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So where do you see yourself progressing? I mean, so you have the sound of your first album. Do you feel that you just want to do a follow-up and sound like it, or do you have new ideas? I mean, you said saxophone, but aside from the instrumentation.
No, I want it to be like pretty completely jazz.
Completely jazz.
Yeah. I have
That's
so many songs on
saxophone.
the piano that are just like they sound too jazzy to even try to make it anything else. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So then no bass, right?
That was the first album.
Right. We made the mistake of having bass on the first album.
Yeah. So we completely removed that worthless.
So do you want to go to school for music or?
No, I actually want to go to school for medical.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're being
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, no, I'm completely serious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, do you know what the specialty would be now? Or not
Neuro.
yet? Oh,
Wow.
neuro.
Yeah, neuro.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I really want to do that. You know, shooting for the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least land on a cloud.
Yeah, why not?
So did you graduate?
Yeah, just this last June. Yeah, I graduated by the skin of my teeth.
So are you gonna take a break, maybe a year, or are you gonna
yeah,
right into it?
Taking the semester off, but then I'm gonna go back spring semester.
Good.
Yeah.
That's always, I mean, from my experience, where I've seen people take a semester off or a
Mm-hmm.
year off, they become more successful in college.
Yeah, honestly.
They're going straight into it.
Yeah,
for sure.
get tired of it really quickly.
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Well, you sign a contract at 18 saying, I'm going to go to school for this and pay this much money and then, pay it off down the road. It's tough.
Yeah.
Especially you don't have a clear, vision of mind. But so it sounds like, knowing what you want to do is a really
Yeah.
good way to approach it.
And it's nice to fall back on something.
Of course.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure music, you prefer that to take off,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then, to have something like a medical career, not
Right.
bad.
Yeah.
And kind of like networking in Nashville, you're gonna meet a lot of interesting people in college, and some might some might end up helping further your career in music.
Definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Do you know where you want to go to school?
Well, I'm gonna do first couple of years in community because money.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
That-
and then
seriously the
Why
way to
take
go.
general?
Yeah,
why
no,
take general
seriously,
courses
no,
and pay tens of thousands?
transfer in. No, that's the way to go. That's
Yeah.
seriously the way to go.
Yeah.
I want to be able to transfer to UCI or Berkeley.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Berkeley School of
UCI.
Music or actually UC Berkeley?
UC Berkeley.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
And UCI is a great.
They don't
great
offer
university.
medical in Berkeley School of Music.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Oh my god.
Great, you caught that. Eh?
Quick on the draw.
That's pretty good.
Before anyone else caught it.
All the comments are like,
Yeah. Exactly. We know. Thank you.
He's better at producing records.
Emo has been performing since 2000. Well, he's been playing and performing way before that, but I think professionally since 2000. That's 18 years.
Yeah.
You know, going around the
That's
world.
how old I am.
Reality check.
Yeah.
Well, the world is your oyster, my dear.
I mean, hopefully you'll be extremely successful. I think you already are. And hopefully you can just focus on this, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
You're extremely talented.
You
Thank
really
you.
are.
Not just with songwriting, but the way you perform.
Absolutely.
Your voice really, I mean, it invokes emotion too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
such
very.
a bubbly personality.
Yeah, and you shouldn't. And we're really saying this, even though it's in front of your face. But I think when people tell you that, I think they're really saying it,
Yeah.
just so that you know.
Except the ones that aren't.
Yeah,
You just ignore those.
They're haters.
You'll always have those
you gotta be able
people.
to screen them out. You
Oh
know?
yeah. Oh yeah.
So if reviews come out, would you read those reviews?
Well, before the album even came out, we put it through this process of reviews,
Uh-huh.
and some of them were really bad, and some of them were really good.
So
I
you
was
read
like,
them all.
The thing gives you the worst
Uh-huh.
and the best.
Oh man.
So you're gonna have to read them both. Yeah.
I'm sure that was difficult.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to
I mean,
do
I
it.
don't remember them at all anymore
Yeah,
because I have
yeah.
a bad memory. But
But like it'll ruin me for 5 years if I read something. Like, seriously, I have an issue for 5 years probably. That person said that.
Well, the interesting thing is, I mean, I'll catch myself just double take. Oh, wait, what's his name? I better find out what he's calling. Be cool about it.
look at their profile pictures, see if you see them in the street.
Right, exactly. I know
Where's
it's
this
you.
guy? You're saying Yelp reviews. This guy's
I wish they
restaurant.
had a Yelp for people.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh,
exactly.
So
China
you
has that,
you
I
make a Yelp account,
On a yeah.
but then people can leave reviews on you.
Oh god.
That'd be amazing.
Because there are people that just leave negative reviews. That's
Yeah.
all they do.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder how many I'd get.
We had a problem with that a while ago. We can't
you never
say
please
anything.
everybody.
So in the same vein as social media, if people wanted to listen to you, follow you, do you have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook?
Yeah, Instagram's Abby Rose Records. I don't have a Twitter. I
That's
have
fine.
A Facebook, Abby Rose Records.
Is your last name really Rose?
No,
Okay.
that's my middle name.
So it sounds like
Got it.
Yeah.
it sounds like Beatles.
Yeah.
Abbey
Yeah, a
Roads
little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Abbey Road. Yeah.
and Abbey Road Studios.
Yeah.
Okay, so Abbey Road Studios. Is
Records.
Abbey Road
Records.
Records.
Yeah, Records.
Is there a website too?
I think so. Yeah, Abby Rose. I mean, I never go on my own website. If I'm gonna be honest. What's the point?
Yeah.
But I think it's AbbyRoseRecords.com. Yeah.
Cool.
Very
Okay.
cool.
So what can they find on it? I mean, can they find your music?
Yeah,
Video.
music. Just updates on upcoming shows and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any?
YouTube?
Sorry.
Do you have a
No.
YouTube? No
No, I
YouTube?
don't.
Oh,
No.
you should.
Yeah,
There's 1 billion people on there.
I know. I'm on there
All terrible.
twice
Yeah.
a day probably.
They have this new feature now that tells you how long you've been watching.
Oh.
No kidding.
Yes, so you
Oh,
know.
no.
So you know, yeah. Because I guess people have issues.
I'm already an hour in today.
I know, right?
It's not even noon.
So yeah, you should be on YouTube. It's a great place for people to find you. Twitter you have?
No Twitter.
No,
No
Twitter.
Twitter.
I have
Give me-
a personal Twitter, but
Okay.
Yeah.
that's political mess.
Yeah, we could totally
I
dive
know,
into that. You guys want to take this podcast? Let's talk about politics.
No, no.
All right, Prince Nassim out of Iran is just
Prince
US.
Nassim. Wasn't he that boxer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He was Yemeni.
Yemeni, that's right.
Do you have any upcoming shows or anything going on where we can come see you live?
None that
A barbecue,
I know of.
perhaps.
Barbecue, yeah.
Any sort of restaurant where I want
My
Nice
to
living
buffet
room
place.
tonight.
Tonight. All right. Well, you have an album coming out soon.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll share your social media once the podcast comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to keep us updated about the album. I'm
Yeah.
really interested in hearing that.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll make sure to send you guys the mixes. No, this was a real pleasure having you. You're a total
Thank
darling.
you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun.
Positive energy.
Podcast should be out next week? Or?
It's going to be out tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll share it out on all our social media, on our YouTube. Well, YouTube will come out the week after, so you'll get that.
So let's just say, I don't know, hypothetically, I wanted to record an album, or like, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna, get married soon, and I want to I want to sing in my own wedding. Where do I go? How do I?
You can do a duet with your wife. You mean?
No,
like that?
it's an inside joke with me.
Well, if Hear No Evil is fully booked, you want to contact Granted Records. They're actually a great studio. Great stuff comes out of there. GrantedRecords.com. That's the place to go to.
Perfect. And I mean, honestly, this has been a really good episode. And I want to hear, maybe some other episodes too, because of how great this episode was. Where would I, find Granted Radio online?
Granted Radio, you can find on Granted Records, on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher, and YouTube.
Perfect.
But YouTube is delayed like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's fine. Who cares?
Nobody watches it anyway. Nobody's going to
Well, you need to give perks to people that subscribe to the other platforms,
Right,
right?
no, I-
yeah.
Yeah. And then
Hassan's a marketing guru. He's actually head of marketing.
King of marketing.
I
I was thinking about Howard Stern called himself the king of entertainment. What was it? The king of
All media.
all media. It's like a self-prophesizing. So you got to do it that way.
one last thing. If you are in the Southern California area and you are interested in being on the show, contact us. Send us a DM on Twitter, Instagram, or go to grandrecords.com, and there's a little contact us submission thing. And
We've been nominated.
that's right. We've been nominated for Best Podcast by OC Weekly, which is pretty dang cool.
It is.
It is a
Yeah.
big deal.
Kind of surreal, honestly.
I
So
know.
vote for us.
Vote for us. Oh, that was what I was going to say. Go on iTunes. Leave us a review.
A good review.
Well, tell us what you really think.
We have to
and we
approve
will
that.
find you. We will track you. If you leave us a bad review, we will track you down. Leave your full name and address. We will track you down. We will find you. We'll make you give us a good review. Anyway, this has been the self-promotion.
I live with this guy.
The self-promotion.
He's a voice actor.
The self-promotion has gone on way too long. Abby, do you have one more song you can play for us to close us out? Hopefully. Did not prep you for this. I'm sorry.
No,
Kinda
There's a lot
not
of
at
songs
all.
are
Kind
guitar.
of throwing this at you.
Yeah. I'll play like another one that's kind of weird.
I bet you didn't know it, but I ain't trying to show it. You're not to blame, but I'm kinda sorta important. Ask me for anything. You probably couldn't tell by my face, but I could take you to any place. I bet you didn't know it, but I ain't trying to show it. You're not to blame. I call myself an angel of God. I'm all they got. I hold their independence, hold their beginning and ending. I call myself an angel of God. I'm all they got. I hold their independence, hold their beginning and ending.
Amazing.
Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome meeting you.
Yeah.
Good luck with
Nice meeting
everything.
you guys too.
Yeah. And your dad's awesome too. He's actually,
Yeah, I mean,
and it's great to see.
Great
that-
job.
Yeah, when family supports, it just makes it so much easier. for
Yeah,
the road.
really.
Definitely.
Just don't jam with him.
Avoid at all costs.
we jam fine together.
We do. Yeah.
All right, that's gonna do us. That's gonna do it for us here at Granted Records. Once again, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh,
Cutting all this. It's all being cut. Keep talking because it's all to be cut. It's easy. You highlight it and delete. All of this. I'm cutting so much of this.